Welcome back, everyone. We've got a big class ahead of us today. It's going to be pretty active, but as always, there will be times for you to rest. There will be times for you to explore, and there will be times for you to up level. But I'm going to guide you through absolutely everything, okay? So go big, why not? Now with that, come to a child's pose position. So bring your knees wide. Extend your arms forward, release your back body into your front body, and then just give your front body over to the force of gravity. Closing down your eyes. And now, as you close your eyes, it calls for you to readjust slightly, right? So you've just stepped out of your external environment and you've got no other option but to face what happens on the internal. So if you're not a seasoned meditator, if you're not a seasoned practitioner, know that that's perfectly okay. But also know that the action of closing the eyes and stepping into this space can sometimes create feelings of discomfort. So whatever comes through today, whatever comes up, can you just let it all be information? And then as you move into a deeper space of listening to this information, can you also have the willingness to heal it, to cleanse it, to move it, to shift it? Now, one way to do that is to engage your breath. So the breath is a cathartic release. It can help you move between those things that might be standing in your way. So let's begin to engage a powerful breath together. Take a big belly breath in. Part the lips and let the breath go. Use your entire diaphragm, my friends. Breathe in fully. Exhale completely. One more, deepest one yet. Inhale, full capacity of your lungs. Exhale, let it go. All right, nice. Begin to shift yourself forward up into a tabletop position. So let's have you stack your joints here, and we'll just get started with a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you breathe in, soften your belly, open your shoulders. Try to pinch the shoulder blades together here, and then spread through your collarbones. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we will round the back in the opposite direction. So really suction your navel in, and then bring the chin towards the chest. Now you're puffing the back of the heart up here, so spread the shoulders away from one another. Protraction of your shoulders. Let's do that again. Inhale, open the chest, drop the belly, tilt the tailbone, gaze up, breathe in. As you breathe out, round, move in the opposite direction. So feel your entire spine spread. And again, inhale fully. Exhale deeply. Now continue to move with your breath. And perhaps you make these movements a little bit more organic now. So you can get your hips involved. You can get the shoulders more involved. Go on your own journey. And know that you can't do this wrong. Begin to drop into that space where you're listening to your body. So ask yourself those questions. How are you showing up today? How does your body want to move? Where do you feel stiff? Where do you feel expansive? Get real curious, especially if this is your first movement of your day. Beginning to tap into that innate wisdom of the body. All right, now wherever you're journeying through, start to come back to a tabletop position. And then once you get there, curl your tootsies under, press down through your hands, and then begin to glide your bum up and back. downward facing dog. Now I want you to just take a moment to arrive into it, because the thing is, if you've done downward facing dog 100 times or even 12 times, you can start to move habitually. But I want you to treat this downward facing dog as a fresh discovery. So check in with your hands, spread them like you've never spread them before, root them down. So you're pretty much gripping the yoga mat here. And this is going to take the dump out of the wrists. So the weight comes forward into the pads of the feet and then into the pads of the hands rather. And you push the hands into the ground so the arms can lengthen. Your spine is strong. Your knees are bent. Now lift your hips even higher. Send the breath throughout your body. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Take a look forward at your lovely thumbs and then tiptoe your feet forward. No need to rush this. Take it slow. You might even be able to keep your legs straight. Eventually, the feet will meet at the top of the yoga mat. Now just take a few moments here, bend into your knees, grab hold of opposite elbows, and then sway your elbows from side to side. Just beginning to tap into our parasympathetic nervous system. This rest and restore mode. So turn that button on. Infuse the movements with the breath. And know that no matter how gymnastical the asanas begin to look today, we're just trying to make this entire practice one big breathing exercise. So make the breath the biggest part. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Alrighty, let's have you release your arms. Tuck your chin in. Roll your torso all the way up to standing. Close your eyes and bring your hands to your body. Place one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Roll your shoulders back and down. So by default, your chest is open. And then just begin to acknowledge the mind. And then try to focus your mind on your breath. And if that's a little tricky today, if you're finding that challenging, don't worry. It just means that the mind is agitated, but we're going to do our best to really broaden the mind, to broaden our aperture, to broaden and open the heart as if it was all one big portal to this deep energy source, the infinite source that is you. So breathe into you, inhale. Out the mouth, exhale. All right, let's get moving with the breath. So open your eyes, sweep your arms all the way up, let your thumbs touch and inhale. Exhale, salute Mother Earth as you fold all the way down to the ground. Halfway lift, take a breath in. Now listen, this time as you breathe out, we're going to work through a modified vinyasa. You're going to bring the hands to the ground, bend your knees and jump your feet back to downward facing dog. So you jump the feet back, landing with bent knees. So you've got this springboard and then you're going to roll yourself forward to a high plank. Once you get to high plank, drop the knees. Tilt your tailbone up, so think cow pose. Lower the chest down in between your thumbs. Keep the elbows wrapped in like little cricket wings. And then like a snake, you're going to sliver the chest all the way forward to a back bend. Go on your own little adventure there. Have some fun and breathe in. As you breathe out, child's pose position. Push the booty back, extend your arms, soften your forehead down to the ground. This sea of awareness, this place of deep, deep, deep observation. So roll your forehead, your third eye center to the ground. Massage it out. And then become more aware of the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, my loves, we're going to flow 2 rounds of that modified Surya Namaskar A to get everything open. So go ahead, shift yourself forward to a tabletop position. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Take a look forward as you inhale. Walk your feet forward as you exhale. Halfway lift to reset the back, straighten everything out, breathe in. Fold, let something go, and breathe out. Root down through your tootsies, rise your fingers all the way up. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale as you fold all the way back down to the ground. Let these movements be medicinal. Halfway lift as you inhale. Listen, as you exhale, hands come down, jump your feet back to down dog. Land with bent knees, roll yourself forward. High plank, lower to your knees. Your chest, keep your hips high. See if you can begin to thrust your hips, your pelvis forward as you ripple your chest up. Inhale, exhale to child's pose. Take a breath in, and then a slow breath out. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay on the breath. It's a moving meditation. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, breathe in. As you breathe out, walk or jump your feet forward. Halfway. Fold. All the way to Tadasana, reach high on your inhalation. Fold yourself back down as you exhale, deep exhalation. Halfway lift, you puff up and look forward, breathing in. Downward facing dog, you breathe out. Roll forward, inhale. Lower to the knees and then the chest as you exhale. Roll yourself through, breathe in. Child's pose position, breathe out. Amazing. Take a big breath in. Give your lips a flubber, flutter, breathe out. And it feels so good. Do it again. Inhale. Flubber the lips and exhale. One more cycle of breath, and this time we'll take lion's breath to really charge us up for the next part of this practice. So inhale. Stick your tongue out really wide and exhale. All right, keep hold of that goodness, that energy, and come back to a tabletop position. Okay, so we'll work through cat-cow again, but we're going to add a little more on. So bring the hands under the shoulders, breathe into your cow pose, hold as you breathe out, begin to lift your right leg up. So we will scorpion the back here. Imagine your right toe is like a scorpion tail, and you're trying to sting your own head. I don't know why, but just find that action. So you're lifting the right toe up and sending the head back. Good, breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the right knee towards your nose, tuck your chin in, spread through the shoulder girdle. So cat back here with the knee compressed in towards the chest. Let's do that 2 more rounds. So inhale, cow back with the right leg lifted. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. 1 more, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now hold it here. Listen, curl your left toes under. Bring the left knee off the yoga mat. Press down to lift up to 3-legged dog, but we're going to add scorpion back in again. So bring your shoulders over your wrists. Press the hands down so you're pushing your chest away from the ground. Head towards the toe, toe towards the head. Just visualize that it's tapping and you're halfway there. Got to be able to visualize it to achieve it. Now breathe in. As you breathe out, knee to nose, compression, contraction, and then float your right foot forward. Okay, good. We're going to add in a balance from here. You're going to walk your right hand forward, lunge into it, plunge into it, lift the left leg up. Stack your left hip on top of your right hip and extend the left arm, half moon position. So I want you to find space here through the right side of your body. Make sure you're not collapsing and dumping into the hip. Lift up out of the waist. Lengthen through the side seams of your body. Stretch from the left toes all the way to the left fingertips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the left hand down to the ground. Neutralize your hips here. Okay, we're going to have a little play. We're going to flirt with the floor. Bet you've never done that before. Now bring your left knee in towards your chest. Come up high onto the right tootsie. So lift your right heel up and begin to thread this left foot all the way forward. Take your time. Eventually your bum is going to come all the way down to the ground. So similar to a pistol squat without all of the intensity. Okay, so let's just organize ourselves. The right knee is in, the left leg is extended. We're going to add a back bend in here. So you're going to sweep your left arm behind you. Anchor down through your right foot and your left hand, and then begin to lift up your torso. So think wild thinker. You've got 3 points of contact. You're using your legs, you're using your core, and you're lighting your body up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, like a game of Twister, you're going to turn to the back of the yoga mat, downward facing dog. If you end up off the yoga mat and that makes you uncomfortable, I'm not sorry. Begin to reposition in your down dog and then roll yourself forward to a high plank. Lower to your knees. Drop the chest. Ripple your chest forward like a wave. Inhale. Child's pose position, exhale. Take a few moments to recalibrate, to rest, to recover. Recover your activated heart rate. As you take a wholehearted deep breath in, and then a deep breath out. All right, second round. Shift yourself back forward to a tabletop position. All right, now once you get there, cow back. So drop the belly, lift your chest, but add scorpion in. So now this time the left leg's gonna lift up. Point the toe, utilize your hamstring, send your head back towards the toe. Breathe in. As you breathe out, knee to nose. How much can you squeeze in here? How much can you engage? Inhale, back bend. How much can you open out? Exhale, knee to nose. One more. Breathe in, full capacity of the shape. Exhale as you round. All right, now keep the left leg engaged, curl your right toes under, bring the knee off the yoga mat, press down to lift yourself back, three-legged dog, and then shift your weight forward so the shoulders are over your hands. Scorpion your back here, toe to the head, head to the toe. Visualize it to achieve it. You gotta believe it. Breathe in. As you breathe out, start to draw the knee in, and then step the foot forward. Good, okay, once the foot lands, the left hand's gonna walk forward and you're gonna have a leap of faith into that hand as the right leg lifts up. Half moon position. Take a moment to find your alignment. I want you to imagine that your body is straight up next to a wall right now and everything is lined up. So the chest isn't kind of like cowering in. You're opening and expanding. You're pulling that right leg up. Reach the right fingertips over the head and stay with the breath. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, the right hand is going to come down to the ground. Let that save you for a moment. Neutralize your lovely hip. So that just means bring the right hip down in line with your left hip. Start to send the right knee in. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. And then post that right foot all the way forward. Slowly does it. Like you're telling the floor a secret. And then the hips come all the way down to the ground. I know that's challenging. Don't worry, if you found that hard, you're not alone. Okay, so the right leg is extended, the left knee is bent. From here, we're going to bring the right hand far back. You press down through your points of contact to lift yourself up, to open up your body. Go big, why not? Breathe in fully. As you breathe out, downward facing dog. Spin yourself around. Roll yourself forward. Lower to your knees, then your chest. Roll your torso up. Reset in child's pose, balasana. Bring your knees wide. Walk your arms forward. Settle into all that you feel right now. Those feel good sensations. When we focus on feeling good, we're no longer leaking or blocking or stuck or caught in the negative. We're allowing. We're receptive. We're connected. Now connect back to your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. So nice, everyone. Begin to lift up your chest. Sit your hips to one side and then swing your legs all the way forward. You might have to just shuffle your hips a few inches forward. So we're going to continue to work into the back body. So let's have you release your back body down. And then once the spine releases, bring the heels close towards your hips. Arms by the sides. Press down through your feet to lift your pelvis. Lift your lower back. Lift your mid back. Lift your upper back. Supported bridge position. Now you can stay here, or you can bring your hands to interlace under the back, under the body. So you create a fist with your hands. You press the fist down to pop up onto your shoulders, opening through your front body, engaging and recruiting your back body. So squeeze in and lift up. Inhale. As you exhale, soften your back down to the ground and try to move. So release the upper back first, and then the mid back, and then the lower back. And then drop the tailbone. Place a hand to the belly, hand to the heart. Knock the knees together so we can create some space in the lower back. Close down your eyes. Take a few cycles of breath. Put an emphasis on slowing it down. All right, everyone, we're going to take a second round of back bends. So you can choose to take supported bridge again, or you can move to full wheel pose, which I'm going to go into. So for wheel position, we're going to bring the hands close towards the head, fingertips facing the shoulders. And just like before, we're going to start to lift the hips up and then the lower back. And now this time, we'll press the hands down to pop up onto the top of the head. So bring the top of the head down and just check in. If this feels too intense in your lower back, you're just going to come on out and take supported bridge again. If you want to go for full wheel pose, then bring your knees closer in, wrap the elbows in so the knees are hips distance apart. The hands are shoulder distance apart, so wrap the elbows in, root down through your feet and your hands, and then lift up your chest. And then once you've lifted your chest, you're going to check in even more here. So I want you to bring your hands under your shoulders, walk them in. Press the hands down to lengthen your arms and then push your chest back. So we're trying to get the shoulders right over the wrists here. And as you can see, I like to rock my weight back. So focusing on mobility here and flexibility rather than just forcing us up. So keep rocking, picking up that momentum. And if you feel pretty stable here, you can play around, perhaps bringing one foot up. Maybe even bringing the other up. Treat this like a fresh discovery. And then when you're ready to come on out, tuck your chin in and unravel from the upper back. Release the mid back. Release your lower back. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Knock your knees together. Hand to belly, hand to heart. Feel. Feel all of that energy. That infinite source. That is you. So begin to soak it up. Drink up that juice that you've cultivated. And then take a final sweet breath in. And then a full breath out. All right, everyone, let's begin to switch ourselves now to more of a passive state of being. And as we do begin to shift this practice down a few gears, can you still be really inquisitive with this time? Can you still set out to discover what treasures you have yet to find during this practice? Okay, so we'll start to work into the hips. I want you to bring your right ankle to your left knee. Bring the left knee in towards your chest and then bind your hands around your left thigh. So figure 4 position. And I want you to keep this quite passive. So just check in with your chest. Make sure you're not rounded all the way forward here. Relax through the shoulder girdle. Soften your neck. Soften that space in between your eyebrows. Soften the tongue resting on the roof of the mouth. And then soften the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing. Settling. And relaxing. All right, now let's add in a twist. So release your hands and just gently drop the feet, the thigh over to the left. So the sole of the right foot will be a base here. You can keep the knee propped up. You can open your arms to find more space through the scapula. You can even look over your right shoulder here to get the cervical spine more involved, your neck. Keep your eyelids closed. So just like how we started, you close the eyes, you're beginning to cut off from your external stimuli. So we've got no other option but to be with what's on the inside. And just like I said at the start, can you let it all just be information? Now, if that information had a sound, what would it sound like? Take a big breath in. Exhale with your sound. Good. Start to bring the legs all the way back through center. Unravel them. Bring the right foot to the ground. And let's just swap sides. So bring the left foot to the right knee. Right knee in towards the chest. Hands around your right thigh. So just let the weight of the hands do the work here. No need to pull or force too much. Let's begin to just shift down a few gears to relaxation. Resting, relaxing, restoring. In the famous words of Justin Timberlake, what goes around comes around. So just drop the legs over to the right as we work into this final twist, final moment to decompress. So sole of the left foot to the ground. Open out your arms wide. Gaze over your left shoulder. And now when you're ready, you're going to release both legs all the way forward. Keep your eyes closed. Drop into the center of yourself. Relax. Restore. And rest. Begin to call yourself back into the cloak of your being. As you start to bring some gentle movements into your being. Now when you're ready to move on out, let's have you bring your knees in. So bring one knee and then join the other knee. Give yourself some encouragement through to a seated position. So nice and tall. Cross your legs. Let your hands meet in a prayer position. And then bring your thumbs to your third eye center. The light and the love in me sees and values and honors the light and the love in each and every one of you. And as I bow to you, I say namaste. Oh, namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me for that big, beautiful practice. I'm sending you all so much love, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for a fluid flow practice.